I'm about to share with you guys an example of a creator who we literally just started with 20 days ago, who we scaled to 23K in only her first 20 days with us. And I'm going to explain the 3 things that allowed her to get to this level this fast from nothing. I know what people are going to say though. Oh, but Patty, 23K really isn't that much. It's really not that impressive. We want to see creators who are making 100K in 20 days. And quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. I wanted to do this video because it's relatable as fuck to creators of every single size. It's not like we're pulling up our highest earning creator and showing the results, which really wouldn't be relatable for every single person who watches my videos. We work with creators of all sizes and don't discriminate in that aspect. Whether you're a big or small agency or a big or small creator, the things I'm about to talk about in this video can be related to. So let's actually jump over and share my screen right now so I can show exactly what I'm talking about in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, so this is the creator that I was talking about in the intro of this video. And this is a really exciting creator because this is a creator that we started with exactly 20 days ago, right? It's October 23rd right now. We started right here, October 3rd. Like if you zoom out, you'll see that literally she had basically no earnings. Like it was little tiny days of little bit of earnings. And when we took over the account, there was an immediate return, right? I'm gonna put it back down to 30 days here for the purposes of this video, but she's now a top 0.99% creator. And this is not necessarily our best creator, right? We have better performing creators right now, but it took months and months of effort. This is really a great example because this is a creator who took some of the coaching and advice and our expertise that we set forth and we really provide some of our creators, and she executed it perfectly. She took the coaching and she implemented it immediately, and we got results like this very quickly, which was really exciting. I love working with this girl because it was such a good relationship. So if you look at the overview, for example, like obviously she's a paid account, but the majority of the money that we're making on her account is from messages and it's from tips, right? It's not from the subscriptions, right? So because the way that most OnlyFans accounts should be is that all money should be made in the DMs, of course. But a big part of this, like I said before, is that we were in full alignment, right? It takes really hard work on both the agency side, but the agency can't do anything without the creator. And if the creator's working hard too, that's how you get results like this. And this creator's gonna keep crushing it. She's gonna keep going, she's gonna keep killing it, and I'm excited to see how far we can take this thing. But I'm gonna explain exactly why and how we got to this point. There's actually 3 key components that I'm gonna talk about in this video as to how we got here. So the first component when it comes to this entire process and the quick success that we saw is that we spent time finding the right client, right? The worst thing an agency can do is that they just take every single client that wants to work with them. They're like, oh yeah, everyone, every niche, like no matter what. Like you have to find creators who fit into the traffic methods that you've developed within your agency. You can see yourself having a good relationship with, because if you just take everyone, then you're spreading yourself too thin. You're trying to become an expert at all these different things. You're gonna be good at everything. You're not gonna be an expert at one thing though, right? So what we talk to creators, we check their vibe, we check like their ability to make content and what their goals are, right? And when we find all of this out, we then select a creator and then we put all of our energy, our time, money, and effort into this and growing their account. So you have to be very selective. And that's the first component as to why this account was very successful very quickly, is because we've identified that she was a good fit and we really made sure that she was the right fit before moving forward. Now, the second thing was brand development, right? So when we first started working with this girl, before we really started to lean into the OnlyFans, because there's usually a period where we talk about brand development, brand and content strategy, we wanted to identify a brand and a niche that this girl specifically could lean into, because that's gonna be the thing that separates you as a creator from all the other creators, is your niche, right? You have to lean into a very specific niche and brand, and that's how you're going to have a fast start. If you have a brand and then you market that brand on all these different social media platforms that we have expertise on, we're gonna really lean into it, really crush it for you. So that's what we really did with this creator, and we got excellent results because of it. And then the third thing is content strategy, right? We came up with a plan and a schedule of content that this creator could follow from A to Z, all the way from now until she's a really big creator. And it wasn't only that though. It wasn't only just our development of this strategy and coming up with content goals and an in-depth way to achieve it. It was the fact that she took this information and she implemented it and executed it perfectly. I already talked about this before. It takes extremely hard work every single day on both the agency side and also the creator side in order to become one of these really, really high earning models. Like I said, this is not the end goal. This is not the finished product. These earnings right here that you're seeing, the 23K gross in the last 20 days, that's not the end goal. The end goal is much, much higher than that. We want her to be a 0.01% creator, as high as she possibly can go. And her ability to execute on the content strategies that we've done so far shows that she has what it takes to be able to become one of these creators. And this is what we do for our creators. We understand what it takes. We understand it takes months and months of effort, but it'll work. Like, it will work. We have 100% faith, especially with girls like this, that we will get there. The last thing I'm gonna leave you guys with, though, is one of the things we encounter a lot of times when we're talking to creators is that they get hung up on the percentage that we take. And I understand it is scary. You hear a big number, you see that on your account, and it becomes one of those things where it's like, damn, I can't give them percentage. But what I always talk to creators about is it all comes down to your bottom line, right? If you're managing your own account and you're making something along these lines, like this is maybe an extreme example, but if you look down here and you see the earnings and you see September was 322 and all of a sudden, the net earnings went up to 18K, like that's a huge difference. So like, you have to think of it that way as a creator, right? Like your bottom line, if you're like, sure, if you're managing your account, you're getting 100% of your earnings, right? You're getting this $800, you're getting this $900 here, right? You're getting this $300. But if you start working with an agency, professional help, and your bottom line, like, doesn't matter what the percentage is, like you look at this right here, your bottom line, if you're giving away a percentage of this, is going to be substantially higher than any of these if you're working on your own. So it's very important to have a team, and don't get hung up on the percentages when you're looking for agencies. That's the one thing I will look at. So other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I know this was kind of a short one, but make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.